This
wants to go.
conference will now be recorded.
All right, the time is 2:30, so I am calling the January 16th Occupancy Tax Board to order. If I could get a roll call.
Madam Chair Moore,
Present.
Vice Chair England,
Present.
Member Andrade Laranca,
Present.
Member Aldrip,
Present.
you have a quorum.
Thank you. All right, so now we'll move to approval of the agenda. There is going to be a change on your agenda. We're removing item number E, letter 1, for position 6 of the recommendation. We do not have 6 positions on the occupancy tax board. We're only a 5-member team. And Mr. Gottlieb doesn't, the position 2 as a hotelier. So that is going away. If I can get a motion to accept the agenda with that change. Is there a second?
Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Motion passes. All right, now approval of the minutes for October 17th.
Make a motion that we accept the minutes of October 17th, 2023 meeting.
So moved. Any discussion? All in favor? Any opposed? Motion passes. See how fast this goes? All right, so now that takes us to other business. All right, so we're going to do a review of the updated lodgers tax funding request application. And since nobody knows what the changes are, we're just going to go through. Why is it not in there? Not a
It wasn't in the,
copy in here.
it was, we added it to the, I think it was sent out a
Yeah.
while ago. So we had all had gotten it via email already.
Yeah, but we didn't have a board. We didn't have a quorum, so it was just an informal presentation.
Yeah, is this the new one like that?
Yeah,
Yeah.
Good.
it was in the packet, but I printed this one online. Let me see it. I can go in. Yeah, can I take a copy of those? Can I grab yours?
Borrow, but we don't have one here, a city employee. Uh-huh.
All right, well, she's making a copy of, well, I guess I can't.
Here, TJ. Sure. I didn't upload it.
Good.
Sorry.
We'll have just a minute and then, because I can't move on.
Number 3.
No, we have to follow the agenda that's presented, so. We would have caught that early enough. We could have moved it and then done it. Yeah, it's not that packet, so I don't have it. It's downloadable.
That's my fault, sorry.
You know what? That's it, TJ. You can't be in charge of this board anymore.
That's why Ashley is taking over. That is why Ashley is.
Done. We don't want you anymore. We're taking Ashley. You can mute it. Can't mute it.
Yeah, we can't mute it. It's a public meeting. We even triple checked it. Remember, we went through it together and triple checked it. So I don't know.
Maybe it was big, so it didn't catch it.
we did the agenda together, and when we triple checked, I said, I always go down the agenda items and make sure that everything is attached to it, and it was.
Ghost in the machine.
I don't know why. My Fox, it messes up every now and then.
Frazzle, we've got this weird thing that happens to us around here. Not all of the time. So 2 years ago, 3 years ago now, we did a thing for the public to buy lots of soup for them. But then he stopped ordering it, so I had to shut it off because I was getting too many requests. So now that they're doing stuff again, it's like I still have all of this so that I can make soup for them.
Okay. What else do you need help with? And how many are you feeding?
I make them 16 quarts, 4 gallons of soup every time I do it. And then they bring different foods at different times.
Stay.
It depends, it varies.
Coalition thing or? is it-
Homeless Coalition has nothing to do
Okay,
with anything except
Okay.
for their building is their building only.
okay. So like cornbread or biscuits or something?
So they have crackers for tonight. It'll be biscuits if I go buy some. Okay, so now we have the lodger's tax funding application in front of us. So the changes that we have requested are part of it. So on the first page, it was provide proof of attendance of past events, number of hotel rooms booked. So that it was in an easier to read place.
Original. Like that was an original.
There wasn't many changes. It was just,
Why was it changed in the first place?
it was just so that it was easier to find.
Yeah.
So that the applicants made sure that that information was on their application. Because they were supposed to show proof.
Right, and then I think they even put the page numbers. They didn't have page numbers.
Yeah.
Which was,
I'll let you guys look at this. Is there any, do y'all have any questions in any of it?
1 second, let me take a look at this. And what are the few changes on this one here? Page 6. If you recall, we did make some changes here and I just gotta look it over. I think we just added more things from the last one. I don't have it with me, but I know we made some changes on page 6.
Oh, on the list of equipment?
Mm-hmm.
No, we didn't change any of that. No, because
Some changes on what we did, if not this.
No, because this is the equipment rentals and other fees, that's with the special event policy,
yeah,
that won't change until the special event policy changes.
Okay.
Oh, I think this is also,
What was the thing about
last page with the 30 mile,
the 30 mile? That's what I was just gonna say was the mile.
second paragraph.
What?
Yeah.
What page?
On page 8, the City of Roswell, PA 0002 lodger's tax policy was updated on April 10th, 2023, and no longer requires marketing to be 30 miles outside of the city.
Mhm. Yes, that's right.
Be a good one to have on here.
yeah, it wasn't much. It was just little things.
Yeah. Right. And then on the other page, I just noticed also Page 2, for the example, they highlighted it in gray, which made it understandable for those to review, to make sure that they were aware that that was an example as opposed to adding, you know. So that was helpful, and on the bottom as well, so.
So that was one of the things that was always kind of confusing, is because when the applications get printed out for us to look at, that first line wasn't always in a different color. So when you're doing your adding, that $700 got added into things.
We would add it and we would think, oh, wait a minute, they're wrong.
Gotcha.
Yeah. Because if somebody may actually advertise in the Dallas Morning News, and we'd be okay with that.
I think it looks, do we need to?
No, there's no action. It was just bringing it back to you guys, so you guys get to see it. Okay. If you don't have any other questions in regards to that, we'll move on to the bed fees and the visitor center report.
So for the lodger's tax, the report in front of you is going to be collected in November for the month of October's activities. The room nights rented was 34,230. That's a 69.8% room night occupancy. And the lodger's tax collected is $156,080. Brings our total for year to date, well, for October, 663,281.
Is that up or down from last year?
From last year, it is. So it's up. If you look at the line right above it for the month, the last year it was 73,116. Days Inn has new owners as of September 21st, 2023. So they have been reporting. The next one is going to be the $2.50 Convention Center bed fee collection report. Same thing, was collected in November for the month of October activity. Room nights, 34,230. And then we collected $80,079 for that fee, which brings our total to $331,260. Visitor center reports. The total visitors for the month, 1,726. This is the November report. 914 of those reported that they were staying overnight in Roswell. 53%, and 77 of those that went in were locals. The November sales was 6,605. And then you can see the top 5 items sold were the alien glasses, City of Roswell tea, Roswell green RT, New Mexico outline teal, and New Mexico outline black forest. Online sales was $118.17. They captured 743 visitors to the online store through the website. And then the total for 2023 so far was 38,563 visitors that have gone inside of the visitor center that we've captured data from. Do you want me to do all of it, the rest of it?
I like this report.
Yep.
I will
Amanda
say
does
this
an
is,
amazing job at.
this is the first one that we've gotten of this.
Okay.
I don't recall ever reading one like this yet.
Yeah.
Since I've been on the board. So,
It's been several years.
Oh,
yeah, so it's very impressive to see this.
So
kind of
Amanda
report.
Dickerson is the one she's the supervisor at the visitor center, and she puts this report together.
Well, from a business standpoint, I think it's amazing to see what the top sales, product is. It's pretty wild, but it is what it is. But yeah, I agree. I was fascinated to see the little details and the distinction between the locals versus the guests and out of towners, which is, important to note.
Are they planning on closing the convention, the visitor center though?
That would be a Chad Cole question.
That's a Chad Cole question.
Yes, ma'am.
I know it keeps hitting the paper, they're talking about it, so.
Well, that's too bad. I mean, I don't know what the numbers are, yeah.
Do you have a better answer for that, Amalia?
It's going out for RFP, so it's going to be on the legal committee and agenda, so we'll see what
If
happens.
it's somebody asking
Then.
abbreviation
A
for
request for proposal out to bid for another.
another company.
third-party company to-
That's what I thought, not close it, but
Yes.
yes.
Independent.
Right.
Oh, good, maybe I'll put it in.
There you go.
I mean, I hate to see it go, because the fact that it's been, I believe since I started, it's been getting some momentum. And to just kind of see it go to the website would be a shame, so.
So there's the zip codes in the surrounding areas, San Antonio. That was for the year or? Top 5 zip codes? Is this a year?
I believe that is for, that's a good question. I'll have to ask Amanda. I think it's for the month.
For the month of November, since the report.
I think it's for the,
Okay.
but we can note that down and ask her.
I knew it was Texas because I see it in my parking lot. I was curious that it was San Antonio.
We'll get back with you on that.
Can I ask a question about the facility operations?
Okay.
Is that, or do we?
Yeah.
Up here, well, the list here, we kind of went down to the chart down here instead of up
It's
here.
because I was just reading for it.
Right,
Yeah.
right. That's what I just wondered if I could ask. One thing they did not mention there were the locks on the wall outside. You could buy the padlock and put it up there. And so I don't know if that maybe was done, obviously it was done in another month. And so if this is just November, that's showing just what was highlighted in November. But it would be something that I think also needs to be included. I think it's a neat.
Like how many locks were sold in the month?
Yeah, or, no, I'm not even asking that. They're just saying facility operations. So to me, one of those things that they do is they handle selling those. You don't see, that any place else on, except not on this list at all.
Okay.
And so I think it was a neat add-on for our city. I don't know how much it's been used, but I have one for my business on there. And so I just think it's one of those things, you go to Waco, you throw the burrito, you go Paris, you put on your lock, you have all kinds of things. And here we have it in Roswell. So I just thought it was a neat idea.
Any other questions about the reports?
Yeah.
All right. Then at this time, we'll open it up to public comments. If anybody wants to speak, you have 3 minutes online. Rita? Anybody? All right, so nobody wishes to speak, so the time is 2:48. And I call this meeting to adjourn. Our next meeting will be February 20th. Thank you, guys. Why my nose started running.